Snippity snap, my fellow human beings and our fellow creatures of the cosmos. I'm Sam the Giganfan, and I'm back at it again doing another one of these yearly update videos. This should have been done in January, but whatever, I'm doing it in February. Shut up. So I don't want to be doing any dilly-daddling in this video, so let's just jump right on in and talk about the things I want to talk about. So the first big thing that I really want to talk about is I want to upload more videos this year. In case you guys couldn't already tell, the pandemic has not been very kind to me and my upload schedule. I think I've uploaded a cumulative total of like 10 videos throughout the past 2 years, and yeah, I want to upload more than that. I don't want to set any goals or deadlines for myself because I don't work well with those, but I do definitely want to get like more videos out this year than what I have been putting out for the past couple years. So not necessarily like 10 videos, but like definitely like more than like 5. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but for me, considering my current upload schedule, that is definitely more. Trust me, if I really wanted to get out more, then I absolutely would, but I want to keep my expectations at least semi-realistic, so definitely like 5 or more is definitely what I'm aiming for when it comes to videos this year. On the topic of that, one of the ways that I want to do that or reach that goal is by remaking some of my older videos. To tell you guys the truth, I still think a lot of my older videos, at least what I have to say in them, still kind of holds up. If I were to remake them, it would probably just be updating the visuals and the audio and stuff, because a lot of those videos from like 2017, that whole time area, sound like absolute garbage. So that's definitely the one reason why I would want to remake those. But generally speaking, there isn't really a whole lot of videos that I would want to remake. But if there ever comes a point where I do want to, then I absolutely would. 2 videos that I absolutely do want to remake though is How to Sam the Giganfan, which is the video that talks about how I make one of my videos, and I want to remake my collection video. I don't really talk about my collection at all on the channel, but I still like uploading collection videos. I don't know, uploading collection videos is just kind of a fun thing to do, and it's just kind of an easy video to put out. I definitely expect those 2 this year. One other thing that I want to bring up real quick is the Discord server. I have been plugging the Discord server a lot in videos, and I definitely want to do something with it more this year and try and bring it back. I don't want to get too deep into details, but the server has been reset, so pretty much anyone who was in there is no longer in there. So if you want to join back, then feel free to, or if you don't, then don't. But I do definitely want to do something with it this year, and if anyone has any ideas on how to make the server cool or better, then feel free to share them. I am all ears. I just really want to make the server work, alright? So jumping back into the video related things. Funny Big Lizard Japan. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about him a lot this year. I mean, he's kind of sort of like the whole reason that I built this entire channel, so obviously I'm gonna make a bunch of Godzilla videos this year, or at least try to. One thing I definitely want to do is take a look back at a lot of the older movies. That's something I wanted to do for a long time, but never really did. But now I definitely want to go back and actually talk about a lot of the older movies. There's definitely a lot of cool things that could be brought up and said about the older movies, so I definitely want to go back and do that. I can tell you guys right now that the big ones that I want to talk about are Hedorah, 2000, and the anime trilogy. So those are definitely on the table. As for anything more recent, I definitely want to get a big MonsterVerse Godzilla related video out. Obviously, GVK has been out for almost a year now, and I'm sure that a lot of you are wanting to know my thoughts on that movie. Though, if you follow me on my social medias, you probably already know what I think of Godzilla vs. Kong. But yeah, I still want to get a big MonsterVerse Godzilla retrospective video out, at least for this current phase. There is that new Apple Plus Godzilla TV show that's coming out, but to tell you guys the truth, I really just don't care. I'll talk about it when there's actually something substantial, like a trailer or something. Some other ideas I want to get out there are, I want to do, not necessarily like kaiju profiles, kind of sort of like character analyses, I guess are the best way to describe it, because this is something that I did back in the day. I did a few videos talking about some of the older kaiju, like Ghidorah and Mothra and Destroya, but that's definitely something I want to bring back and sort of modernize this year, just talking about a lot of the monsters and how they've been utilized throughout the films. I don't know if this will be one big video or a bunch of smaller videos, but I can tell you guys right now that the 4 that I want to talk about the most are Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan, and Mechagodzilla. So I definitely want to talk about those 4 the most. One other thing that I want to talk about, and this is something that I've brought up on my social medias a couple times, I do have a lot of the older IDW Godzilla comics, so that could be something I want to talk about this year. I don't know how many people would be interested in that, just hearing my thoughts on Godzilla comic books, but I don't know, it's something that could be fun. We'll see what happens. So that's pretty much everything on the Godzilla side, but there is something that I want to talk about that'll be sort of the big huge update for this video, and that is I'm finally taking the plunge in expanding more into the world of tokusatsu this year. For those of you who don't know, that's basically just like the Japanese special effects filming stuff. So obviously stuff like Godzilla and Gamera and Ultraman and all those things, but other than that, just expanding more and talking about other pieces of media that aren't just Godzilla related things. Still kind of tangentially related to the channel, but nothing really like too far off. You're not going to see me talking about cars on this channel, sorry. But to get into the stuff that I want to talk about, Ultraman, that's absolutely going to happen. That's not some sort of promise, that is confirmed to be happening. I'm going to be talking about the TDG trilogy first. So that'll be Ultraman Tiga, Ultraman Dyna, and Ultraman Gaia. I'm going to be talking about those first, and then after those, we'll see what happens from there. Maybe I'll try and dip my toes into Showa, maybe we'll go into New Gen, maybe I'll start covering this summer's Ultra series. We'll see what happens. But Ultraman is absolutely going to happen this year. 100%. Evangelion is also going to be something that's guaranteed for this year. I've been wanting to talk about Eva for a while now, and well, there's no better time to talk about it in full than now. All 4 Rebuild films are finally available on Amazon Prime, so that's probably what I'm going to be talking about first. And then after that, maybe I'll go back and talk about the original series, though that might just be beating a dead horse at this point because everyone knows that the original series is a classic and one of the greatest anime of all time, and also not as good as Venom, so there is that. But Eva is something I do want to talk about this year. Something else that I want to talk about is Gamera. I got both of the Arrow video box sets last October, so I definitely want to start talking about the Gamera movies more. Once I get myself a software that is able to rip those Blu-rays, then I will absolutely be talking about those movies. And then depending on how Toei's copyright issues will go down, I would like to talk about Kamen Rider 2, but that's more or less something that I want to do and not necessarily a guarantee like the last 3, so there is that. Something else I do want to talk about this year, and that's more or less on the line of expanding things, is I want to talk about the Jurassic Park movies again. The final movie is coming out this summer, so that gives me a pretty good chance to talk about all the movies. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, on the dinosaur front, the Prehistoric Park review, that absolutely should happen this year. I've been holding off from that review for way too long, and that needs to be done. I can't guarantee that'll be out, it'll be one of the first videos out this year, but I definitely want to get it out this year. There are definitely a lot of other Toku and Toku adjacent things that I want to talk about this year. I could tell you guys right now that the ones that I want to talk about the most this year are Kong Skull Island, Pacific Rim, and Rex a Dinosaur Story, which will be a lot of fun. So those 3 I definitely want to talk about this year. So that should be everything relating to what I want to get done this year. Uploading more videos, revitalizing the Discord server, remaking some older videos, lots of Godzilla videos, and expanding more into the wider world of Toku and Toku adjacent things and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and also Jurassic Park, I guess. I'm hoping that I can get everything that I want to get done this year, or at least some of what I'm promising I want to get done this year. I want to get done this year, but even excluding that, I will certainly give it a good old-fashioned college try. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Tell me your guys' thoughts about everything that I've said in this video. What ideas do you guys have? Are you excited for what's coming this year? Be sure to tell me all that in the comments section below. Be sure to follow my social medias and join my Discord server, which are linked in the description below. And if you liked what you saw, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm just gonna start saying that now. But yeah, anyways, I'm Sam the Giganfan, telling you all guys to have a good new year, even though we're already 2 months in, but whatever. I still hope you guys have a good year anyway. And I am also reminding you all to wash your hands. Goodbye.